Good morning, my dear students in grade 7. How are you today? I hope you are fine.
رؤية المدرسة إعداد فتيات متعلمات مبدعات قادرات على بناء مجتمع واعٍ متحضر محافظة على أخلاقه وقيمه ومستخدمة للتكنولوجيا الحديثة.
The school vision, to prepare creative, well-educated students who are able to establish civilized, aware, reserved society, stick to the authentic morals and values, in addition to using the modern technology.
Our lesson today is Module 2, 2A, Read and Cover Page. Objectives of our lesson today: to identify the new words related to the text, to choose the best title for reading, and to read for details and main idea. Look here. Look at the pictures. What do you think this module will be about? Let's read the title. Looking back. Looking back. Look here. A British computer scientist, American scientist, and a Russian astronaut. So, what do you think is this module will be about? Yeah, it's about the past. It's about famous people and their achievements in the past. Now, let's listen.
Module 2, Looking Back. Below are names of people who achieved something great in the 20th century. Have you heard of any of them? Match the names to the information and pictures A to E. Then listen and check your answers. A. Tim Berners-Lee, 1989. A British computer scientist. He invented the World Wide Web in 1989. B. Yuri Gagarin, 1961. A Russian astronaut. He was the first man to travel to space in 1961. C. Amelia Earhart, 1928. Module 2. Module 2, Looking Back. Below, 1989. A British computer scientist. C. Amelia Earhart, 1928. An American pilot. She was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean in 1928. D. Roald Amundsen, 1911. A Norwegian explorer. He was the first man to go to the South Pole in 1911.
So here we wanted to match, listen and match.
Module 2, Looking Back. Below are names of people who achieved something great in the 20th century. Have you heard of any of them? Match the names to the information and pictures A to E. Then listen and check your answers. A. Tim Berners-Lee, 1989. A British computer scientist. He invented the World Wide Web in 1989. B. Yuri Gagarin, 1961. A Russian astronaut. He was the first man to travel to space in 1961. C. Amelia Earhart, 1928. An American pilot. She was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean in 1928. D. Roald Amundsen, 1911. A Norwegian explorer. He was the first man to go to the South Pole in 1911. E. Marie Curie, 1903. A Polish scientist. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in 1903.
Okay, now.
Module
In this module you will learn to talk about past events, experiences, to talk and write about famous people in history and their achievements, to express ability in the past, to talk about technology you use, to talk about events, experiences in the past and in the present, to write and present facts about a planet, to give and respond to good news, to link your ideas with and, but, so, and because, to write an email to a friend. Now, look at these pictures. Look at the timeline with different life events. Complete gaps 1 to 4 with the phrases A to D below. Then listen and check your answers. Go to university, learn to walk, start a family, finish school. Be born, start school, learn to drive, graduate from university, get a job, get married, retire and grow old. Now let's listen and match.
Module 2. Looking back. 2A. 1. Vocabulary. Look at the timeline with the different life events. Complete gaps 1 to 4 with the phrases A to D below. Then listen and check your answers. Be born. Learn to walk. Start school. Finish school. Learn to drive. Go to university. Graduate from university. Get a job. Get married. Start a family. Retire and grow old.
So here we wanted to match complete gaps A to 4 with phrases A to D. So number 1, be born, start school, yes, learn to walk. Number 2, learn to drive. Number 2, yes. So number 1, be born, yes, learn to walk, and then start school. Number 2 will be, yes, D, finish school, and then learn to drive. Number 3, what is number 3? Perfect. Go to university and then graduate from university, get a job, get married, and then the number 4, yeah, start a family, and then retire and grow old. Again, we wanted to complete the gaps 1, 2, 3, and 4 with these phrases. So be born, learn to walk. Number start school, and then number 2, finish school, and then learn to drive. Number 3 will be go to university, graduate from university, get a job, get married, and then number 4 will be start a family and retire and grow old.
Module 2.
And then look here. At what age do people in your country usually do the following things? At what age do people in your country start school? And at what age in your country do people usually learn to drive, get their first job, or retire? Now, we can say at 18, you can say at the age of 25, and when they are 15. So choose one of these and talk. So let's talk about at what age do people in your country usually start school? At 6. So at what age do people in your country usually learn to drive? At the age of 18. And at what age do people in your country get their first job? At the age of 20 or 21. At what age in your country do people usually retire? When they are 60. So you can do the same and talk about your country and say at what age people in your country start school, learn to drive, get their first job, and retire. At what age do people in your country usually do the following things? In my country, people usually start school at the age of 7 and they get their first job at the age of 20. Also, they learn to drive when they are 18 and they retire at 65. Can you think of any first time experiences that you have had? Yes, I can think of the first time I rode my bike. I was afraid that I would fall, but I was excited at the same time. Now, read and choose the best title, A, B, or C for the blog. Okay, can you tell me what kind of text is it? Yes, it's a blog. So, do you know what is a blog? Yeah, it's an electronic diary which people can post on any website. Okay. Now Henry's blog. Now listen, read, okay, and choose the best title for this.
2. Read.
I was 6 years old when I lost my first tooth. It happened during lunchtime at school. I bit my chicken sandwich, but something was difficult to chew. What did Mum put in my sandwich? Nuts, I thought. When I saw the tooth, I was excited because I was the last person in my class to lose a baby tooth. When I told my classmates, they thought it was funny and started laughing. I got my first skateboard last year, at the age of 13. The skateboard was a present from my aunt and uncle. I was so happy when I saw it. You see, all my friends had skateboards, and I wanted one too. The first time I tried it wasn't at the skate park, of course. It was in our driveway. I fell a few times, so I decided to practice a lot before I went to the skate park with my friends. I didn't want to fall in front of them. I'm very good at skateboarding now, and I can do lots of stunts.
So, which title is the best one? Fun with friends for the first time or an experience I want to forget? Yes, the best title is For the First Time. B. For the first time. Now read again and write T for true or F for false. Number 1. Henry lost his first tooth at home. Henry bit on a nut and lost his tooth. When Henry lost his tooth, he told the other students. Henry got his first skateboard a year ago. Henry's parents gave him the skateboard. When Henry got the skateboard, he went to the skate park with his friends. Henry knows how to do a lot of skateboarding stunts. Now, pause the video and write your answers. Okay, now let's discuss some questions. How old was Henry when he lost his first tooth? Yes, he was at the age of 6. How did he feel when he saw his tooth? Yes, he was excited. What did his classmates do when he told them about his tooth? Perfect. They started laughing because they thought it was funny. How old was Henry when he got his first skateboard? He was 13. How did he feel when he saw it? He was happy. Did his friends have skateboards? Yes, they did. Why didn't Henry want to try his skateboard in front of his friends? Perfect, because he wanted to practice more before he met his friends, or because he didn't want to fall in front of them. Number 7, is Henry good at skateboarding now? Yes, he is. And now let's go back to activity B. Read again and write T for true or F for false. Now please do this activity. Pause the video, read again carefully, and then come back to check your answers. Let's read number 1. Henry lost his first tooth at home? False. He lost it at school. Yes, perfect. During lunchtime at school. Again, Henry lost his first tooth at home. Let's find the answer here. Look, I lost my first tooth. It happened during lunchtime at school. So it's at school, not at home. So number 1 is false. Okay, number 2. Henry bit on a nut and lost his tooth. No, false. I bit my chicken sandwich, but something was difficult to chew. So when Henry, number 2 is false. When Henry lost his tooth, he told the other students? Yeah, true. Let's find here. When I saw a tooth, I was excited because I was the last one in my class. When I told my classmates, they thought it was funny. So when Henry lost his tooth, he told the other students. Yes, he told his classmates. Look, I told my classmates. Yes, these. So it will be true. Okay. Number 4. Henry got his first skateboard a year ago. Yes, it's true. I got my first skateboard last year. So it's true. Last year, it means a year ago. Okay, Henry's parents gave him the skateboard. Let's see who gave him. It was a present from his aunt and uncle. So here, Henry's parents gave him the skateboard. It's false because his aunt and uncle gave him as a present. When number 6, when Henry got the skateboard, he went to the skate park with his friends. False. He got on the driveway. Okay. Henry knows how to do a lot of skateboarding stunts. True. Now, so the answers will be false, false, true, true, false, false, true. Again, number 1, false. Number 2, false. Number 3, true. Number 4, true. Number 5, false. Number 6, false. And number 7, true. Now, complete this. Go to your workbook. Go to your workbook. Complete the sentences with the crossword. Number 1, Joe got a as an English teacher when he finished the university. Number 2, I was in Seattle in 2004. Number 3, my parents got in 1998. Number 4, my grandfather at the age of. My first camping trip was an amazing. When did you from university, Mom? Please pause the video and do it, and then come back to check your answers. Number 1, Joe got a job as an English teacher when he finished university. Number 2, I was born in Seattle in 2004. Number 3, my parents got married in 1998. My grandfather retired at the age of 65 and then he traveled around the world. Number 5, my first camping trip was an amazing experience. Number 6, when did you graduate from university, mom? So the answers will be number 1, job, number 2, born, number 3, married, number 4, retired, number 5, experience, and number 6, graduate. Now complete the sentences with the words in the box. Century, last, excited, present, ocean, practice, pilot. How often does the basketball team? Perfect. Practice. Number 2, Hamad finished the race first and I finished. Okay, please do this as homework in your workbook. And then come and check your answers. Okay. Century, last, excited, present, ocean, practice, and pilot. Do this as homework and then check your answers. Number 1, how often does the basketball team practice? Hamad finished the race first and I finished last. Her father is a pilot. I think that's an amazing job. I am so excited. Clark Robbins gave me his autograph. I want to buy a nice present for my grandmother. Astronauts first traveled into space in the 20th century. Christopher Columbus, a famous Italian explorer, crossed the Atlantic in 1492. And let's say goodbye, my lovely students. Please study hard and goodbye. Thank you for listening.